G'day guys, I'm Jagger and welcome to the first episode of rebuilding my 1999 fuso canter 4x4. In this episode, our main goal will be to take this big tray here off the back and also a few other bits and pieces here and there. So if you like cars, trucks or four-wheel driving, make sure to stick around and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Alright, let's get started. I'm just going to start with a quick walk around to see what we're dealing with within the tray. So yeah, there we go. That's our first problem. That's a water pipe coming straight from the water tank, which is right up in there. So that will need to be disconnected. We're looking pretty good all here. There's a few of this electrical stuff that will need to go. Those bolts there, holding that. Walking further. Yeah, there you go. More bolts. And yeah, this is where it starts to get messy. So there's another water pipe, which comes to this diesel tank here. Or not a tank, water pump. But yeah, there's a couple more bolts here. I'm just looking down these lines, see that pipe there, shouldn't be a problem. That one there should be okay. All this, that will have to be disconnected. We'll keep walking around. On this side, just those bolts there. It's going to be tricky. I'm just going to take these lights off because they're all connected. Just disconnect the plug and then undo the bolts and put them somewhere safe, so that, because that will just come to it. We need those. Yeah, do those both sides. I'll have a better look at the wires in here, unplug a couple things, connect them to the pump and these two reels. But yeah. Alright, we've just got those two lights off. Now we're going to move on to electrical. So we've had a quick look. There's this one going into the reel on both sides, and then if we jump up here, there's one there, two, yeah, two, and then there must be more underneath that I just can't see. But yeah, not too many, so let's go. Alright, I've just finished up the back here. Spent 13 years getting these two bloody bolts out to get this Anderson plug undone. I was just going to feed it through, but that doesn't work, does it? So I gave up on that. I followed all the cables which run all along the side here, and then they come up this little connector which I just unplugged, and then there's this one that goes over, this one that goes through. If you jump back around without hitting your head, you'll see that one over the top comes in through here, and this one that comes through, you got two ones to these two, which then leads straight over here. So I'll undo that. I think I'll just take it all off, because that's, yeah, I might as well. And then that will be hopefully all the electrical stuff. Nope, I lied. There's a couple more things up here. I gotta figure out what they do. I'm gonna assume the little lights inside of the cabinets and the VHF, UHF on the back as well, which will be what those are, I'm guessing. That should be pretty easy to disconnect everything. But apart from that, there's not too much more to do. So that's good. Alright, so I've just finished taking most of the wiring off that leads to the back of the tray. So we're gonna do that bit there. But we crawl under here and have a look. There's 1, 2, 3. That's disconnected. This is the one here. It's the end of that one. And that. So I'm just gonna cut all those bloody zip ties and then feed it through to the back so it's, you know, out of the way, and I'll zip tie it to the tray so then when we get it off it's not in the way. So that, brilliant. I've been at it for a while now, but finally managed to get all the wires out. So this one here is your brake lights, indicating the lot, which I'll need that. So I'll keep that. I think that was to the pump. These two I've just put in there. Those to the reels, and then this one as well. I just haven't taken the Anderson plug out because I'm just not bothered. Gotten all these out. It looks quite a bit tidier in here now. Yeah, I'll take those two off and I'll get that off, and then it will be time to undo the bolts, which sounds like a bit of fun. So let's get to it. Alright, we've started to take the bolts off the tray connected to the frame. We've done these 4 here. Bit of a bastard. Got Orry helping us. Say hi.
Hello.
And now we're going to do these ones. They're just 2. They're both just 18 and 17 mil bolts, so they're pretty easy to take off. But if you look around the back, it's pretty tough to get a hold of on the nut. But we'll figure it out, aren't we? Yeah. Alright, we've just done that one.
I can get to it. That's gonna be such a.
That's where the bolts are. Right there. We got the diesel tank in front of it. That's brilliant. What do we reckon?
Lovely.
Oh, we'll give it a go then, shall we?
The creativity.
That's it. Oh my god. Lifting the tray off was not hard at all thanks to the hydraulic lift, which we actually ended up breaking, but it was just 4 slots, I guess, that needs to be pulled out with the tray from the frame. And if you just kept it straight and just lifted it up and make sure you checked for hanging and dangling wires, you're all good. It was very quick. It was only, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and it was out, and then just drove it out, and it was fine from there. We've just finished taking the tray off the truck, which is over there. It is quite a mission, as you saw, but we're going to do a quick walk around of the bare frame, and you can look, there's just rust spots everywhere. I think the worst is here, around there. Yeah, all in these channels really, on the back here too. But that can all be taken care of in a later video, of course. Make sure you stay tuned and subscribe to see that. Along here as well. There's just unnecessary bits that will need to come off. I'll probably take the battery tray off just to get behind it. And just all unnecessary things that need to be there. But it looks much lighter now, I guess. It's one way to lose weight. But the suspension is very, very stiff. That tray must have been very, very heavy. And then when you add the water in the big water tank, it gets even heavier. That's why all these were overweight. But yeah, this is it. So the plan is to clean up all this. I'll just get these bad spots like here and there in the next couple of days with just a wire brush and then a bit of rust converter, which I have. But the rest of it will be done with a laser cleaner. So it'll just strip it back to bare metal and then I'll paint it all black. So exhaust will come off all along here, even all the way down there, yeah. But yeah, lots of things to take off now. Grease nipples are very greasy. Yeah, see, there's just a bit of unnecessary stuff here. Overall, it just looks better. This big tank will unfortunately come off. That's going to be a pain to do. It's still full of diesel, which is fun. Yes, in another video later, maybe in a month or so, I will do an episode of getting all the rust off the back, off the chassis, and then it will just be painting it. We'll rust off, painting, and then little bits here and there, and then hopefully tray on, which is pretty cool. Lastly, thank you for watching this video. If you like cars, trucks, or four-wheel drives, make sure you subscribe to see more episodes like this. And if you want to see something in the future, comment it down and I will get it.